lips dry, I need chapstick. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna be doing a get ready with me. I'm going on a date with my wife. A little bit of a date, but not really a date. Me and my wife go out all the time. So we're gonna go out, probably get some food and do some other stuff. Maybe go to like Ross, shit like that. But I wanna be cute. So I guess I'm starting off with chapstick. This is my favorite chapstick of all time. This is a chapstick that we get from the beauty supply store. I don't know how much it is. It's less than $3, I'm sure. It's like $1 something. They used to be $1, but things go up. So like $1.79. Today I'm doing a face full of my favorite makeup, like all of my favorite makeup that I have, that I own. My hair looks a mess, but we're gonna hopefully do something cute to it later. But this is what it we're looking like. My baby hair is not done. Look how long my hair is. I just want to show y'all because it's just so long. I guess I can't show y'all. I'm pulling, it's long. It's not long enough for me to stretch my arm like all the way out yet. I can't wait till it gets that long. Face full of favorites today, of my favorites, obviously. But I like this because when I put this on in the morning for work, after a long work day, coming home and doing a few things, I realized I put chapstick on one time in the morning and I never had to reapply because my lips be moisturized for hours and hours and hours. So if you can go to your local beauty supply store and they have the cocoa butter, it's called Cocoa Care is the brand, chapstick, try it. It's amazing and it's cheap and it's random. For primer, my favorite is the NYX The Face Glue Gripping Primer. It looks like this. It's really good. I was using the e.l.f. green primer and it's really good too, but then I started using this and my makeup looked even better. And I mean, when I say it looked better, I mean like I get creases in my nose here and like after a few hours I'll have to like go in with my finger and blend out the lines of like it separating around my nose. That doesn't happen with this. So I noticed that in my face. I also noticed that when I come home, my face looks just as good as it did when I first left. Just as good as it did when I first left the house. Like it doesn't look like I'm coming home to take off my makeup. It looks like I'm about to leave out when I come home. So I really, really like this primer. And I do still like the e.l.f. one. That's a lot of primers that I like, but this is my current favorite. And I got two of them too because my best friend, I always forget to take my nose rings out. My best friend got me one for Christmas and I got myself one for Christmas, but I didn't tell her I got it because right when I ordered it and it came, I told her like, guess what I got? And it came today. And she was like, girl, I got you the same thing for Christmas. And I'm like, oh. So now I have two. I have two of the setting sprays and two of the primers. I like to do my primer first and then I go in with my eyebrow gel because it gives me time to let my primer sit for like a little second because people be like, you should let your primer sit. I never do. I just get into the next step. So I try to do my primer and then my eyebrows afterwards so I have some time in between. My favorite eyebrow gel, let me show you, is this eyebrow gel, which is from Shein. It's literally like $1. It may be $1 and some change, but it's not even $2. This stuff is so good, but it does make your eyebrows like hard. Some people don't like the hardness. I like the hardness because if you can tell, I have big eyebrows. So me feeling that hardness mentally gives me security of knowing that they're not moving anywhere because I'm a person that even when I don't wear makeup, I still wear eyebrow gel every day to work, even when I don't wear makeup, because my eyebrows they're so thick, so they will, if I like rub my eye or rub my face, my eyebrow hair will be sitting over there looking crazy, and then nobody's gonna tell me, so I see it like however long later, and then it's like, oh my God, how long has my face been looking like this? So I have to set my eyebrows every single day. My next favorite is this Kevin Aucoin face illuminator. It's called Glass Glow Face. It looks like this. This is something I use when I'm using a mattifying foundation because I like matte foundations, but I don't like to look casket ready, like just that matte that's just dry. So when I am using a matte that I feel like is like a dry matte, I like to use a face illuminator, like a face glow, whatever. This is my favorite face glow. My favorite foundation is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvet Matte Foundation. I've only been using this for a couple of months and it is the best thing ever. I even put my best friend onto it and she was like, wait, this shit is good. It's hella thick, it's hella full coverage, and it's matte as hell, like hella matte. Like I'm talking about this thing is like casket matte. I got this around Christmas time and a little bit before Christmas. I got it and oh my God, it's been I've only grabbed one other time since Christmas until now. All of my makeups that I've done, I've only grabbed one other foundation once, and that was because I felt like, girl, you've been using this one foundation, you need to use one of your other ones. So I grabbed one of my other ones, but then I still came right back to here, and this is like my favorite foundation right now. It's literally amazing. I like to apply it with a beauty blender because it is so full coverage, so a brush make it like hella full coverage, which I do like. The first couple times I did it, I did do it with a brush, but then I felt like I want it to be a little bit less full coverage. So, you know, a sponge is gonna take some of the product, but I still like the coverage. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying. I like this because one layer of this is like 2016 makeup. And not to mention, I'm also somebody who used to wear concealer for foundation because that's how full coverage I wanted my foundation to be. So I would skip foundation and just put concealer all over my face. And yeah, so this foundation is, to me, is lit. For my favorite cream contour, I'm gonna be using the Curve Case by Mitchell. I got mine off a TikTok shop. I'm gonna be using the color Toned Up, but I can use pretty much every color here that is for contour. I got mine in the color Medium. All these colors work for me, but not in the summertime. In the summertime, I need a different palette because I get almost 4 or 5 shades darker than I am right now in the summer. So I wanna get the deep case as well, but the medium case works for me in the winter time when I get a little lighter. But this is my favorite cream contour palette because it's just super creamy. For one, it blends really good. I feel like personally, no matter how much you add, it really just blends out and it always looks good. It is very creamy, very blendable, it's kind of shiny. So if you're looking for a matte finish, you do not want to use this because this is going to give you like a glowy face. Like, it's gonna give you a very glowy face. It's very creamy. Even when you set it, it's glowy. And like I've said it, like set it. I'm gonna set it today, and it's still, the glow eventually comes through at some point in the day. But I love this because, like I said, my favorite foundation right now, the Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation, that one is extremely matte, but you can see it's not coming up super matte. It's a glow coming through from under my skin because of the Kevin Aquan that I used. But if I wouldn't have used that, it would have been like, I'm talking about like chalkboard matte. My favorite liquid blush is the e.l.f. Camo liquid blush. Mine is in the color Pinky Promise, but I like all the colors. Well, a few of the colors. I do like the formula of this. I feel like it's super pigmented. It's just nice. It blends really nicely. I feel like it's pigmented like the Juvia's Place liquid blushes. Those are some of my favorites too. But for the color I wanted to use today, e.l.f. was my favorite liquid blush. All of my favorite liquid blushes are super affordable. Juvia's Place and e.l.f. I like this one, and this specific color is my favorite out of all of my liquid blushes because I feel like it's an everyday pinky. Like a nice pinky for everybody, no matter your skin tone. I feel like this is a nice pink. My favorite liquid highlighter is the Halo Glow by Wet n Wild Mega Glow Halo Glow. Mine is in the color Gilded Honey. This is my favorite. I have a few high-end liquid highlighters as well, and this is still my favorite liquid highlighter. I like it because it's very pigmented. It blends out very thin. It can stay super pigmented and crazy, but it can go very thin like water, like a sheen of water over your skin. And it also gives that if you blend it out enough, it gives like a glow, like it's coming from underneath your makeup, which I love. But I just love how blendable it is. I love how cheap it is. Let me stop saying cheap, because cheap means cheap and it doesn't work that well. Affordable means it's great, but it's nicely priced. It's affordable, not that it means that by definition. Whatever. It's affordable, but it's also amazing. You can get it at any drugstore. It's Wet n Wild. I don't remember how much it was because I've had this for a while, but it was probably around $3.99 or $4 something. I want to say $3.99 when I got it, but that was a couple years ago. So yeah, but it's still drugstore, so it's still affordable. Look at my nails. For my favorite concealer for under my eye and the high points of my face, but I kind of move around when it comes to the other high points of my face besides my under eye because I really don't care that much about those faces. I just want them to be highlighted. But for under my eye specifically, my favorite concealers are 2 of them, and they are neck and neck for me, so I'm going to show you both. I'm just going to pick which one I'm going to use today. But that's going to be the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and I have the color Sand, and also the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm in the color Tan Sand. I love both of these concealers. I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to feel like Tarte Shape Tape has been my favorite concealer for damn near 5 years that long. 5 years if it's been out that long. I've been loving this concealer, but I recently switched over to another super coverage concealer, which is the Born This Way, and I'm kind of starting to feel like I like the Born This Way a little bit more, and I feel like Born This Way has a little bit, like I'm talking about not even a full point, but I don't care if it's 0.8 more coverage than the Tarte Shape Tape. So that's my opinion. But I'm gonna use the Born This Way today, so I guess Born This Way technically wins. But I like it because it's super full coverage. I'm 31, but even when I was younger, I had super dark under eyes. Like since I was a teenager, I've had dark under eyes, and my under eyes, because my cheekbones are a little higher, they're deeper sockets, so it kind of makes them look darker. So I be wanting a super full coverage concealer, and these were the concealers that made me feel like, okay, I'm really starting to like my makeup, versus feeling like I had to add a bunch because I could still see my dark circles. My favorite under eye setting powder is the She Glam Insta Ready Face and Under Eye Setting Duo Powder. I have it in the color Bubblegum. My favorite thing about this powder is, one, it's waterproof, and sometimes my eyes run. Not often, but I've had that issue in the past because, well, I haven't had any issues with my allergies since I moved to Las Vegas. But in Chicago, I had a lot of issues with my eyes running sometimes because my allergies were so bad living there, and I had to find something that worked. So this is a under eye setting powder that is waterproof, which I really like, because now I don't really worry about that issue anymore. It makes me happy. It gives me comfort. I feel confident that nothing's gonna happen. Also, I really like the pink about the powder because I do have under eyes that are deep set, and sometimes they look a little dark, or because of the, I don't know, the shadows of it, it looks a little weird. So a pink powder is super brightening for me, and I really like that. My favorite setting powder for my entire face is the Kimchi Puff Puff Pass powder. I also do like this for my under eye. I should get the pink one because I love pink under eye powder so much. I figured out this was my favorite setting powder for my entire face because one day I didn't have a pressed powder to set my entire face in the right color, because this is my first summer in Las Vegas last year, so I got a lot darker than I'm used to, and I needed to set my face with a general powder. So I just decided to grab my Kimchi setting powder in the translucent because that should be fine, and it was actually really good, and it set my face down really well, considering, because I like to use a lot of cream products. I pretty much have a liquid step for each powder step, so I have a lot of creams on my face, and I was having an issue in the past feeling like my face wasn't set enough with the pressed powders, but I used this and it's amazing. I love it. So this is what I've been using since for my setting powder for my entirety of my face, and I like it. I like it a lot. I don't see myself going back to using a pressed powder for my face. I may, you know, here and there, but I really discovered that loose translucent setting powders for my entire face is really nice. I love it. I have two favorite bronzers, powdering bronzers. The first one is the NYX Buttermelt bronzers. I have mine in the color Butter Biscuit. And the next one is the e.l.f. Power Infusion Matte Bronzer, and I have that one in the color Sun Soaked. I like the NYX one because it's super buttery. It's super blendable. It blends out like a liquid cream, but it's a powder, which is very odd, but like they say, they're literally buttery. And I like the e.l.f. one because I like the color of this one, and it does blend really well too, but I find myself lately grabbing for the e.l.f. one more. And they're both drugstore. One's NYX, one's e.l.f. So they're both drugstore, which is very nice. Because I didn't pick this video with intention to do drugstore or high-end. I literally just grabbed my favorite products. And a lot of them actually happen to be drugstore. And that says a lot because I have a lot of high-end products. And the differences is in these two bronzers being my favorite is one is cool and one is warm. I prefer it just depends on what I'm going for that day out of my bronzers. Today, I think I'm gonna go for more of a warmer look. So I'm gonna go with the e.l.f. Because of the color being so reddish, like a brick color, it can sometimes act as a bronzer and a blush if I'm being lazy. For around my face and for my nose contour, I'm gonna use the cooler tone bronzer slash contour because it's cooler. This one is kind of like perfectly warm and perfectly cool. My baby hairs be getting so ashy when I do my makeup. That's why I like to do them after I'm finished my makeup. My favorite powder blush is the Juvia's Place Blush Rouge Volume 5. It's really not Volume 5 that's my favorite. It is all the Juvia's Place Blush Rouges and the duos that come with the two colors. Today I'm going to be using Volume 5 because specifically for the look I wanted to do, I like the second color in Volume 5. I just feel like it's the perfect pinky color. It almost perfectly matches the e.l.f. Liquid blush that I wanted to use today, so that's why I'm using this specific color. But I just like all of I have a bunch of them. I don't have every single one of the Blush Rouge volumes, but I have like I think 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them I do have, and I love the formula. My favorite highlighter is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Loose Highlighter. My favorite highlighters in general are always going to be a loose highlighter because they're way more intense than a pan highlighter. But if I had to give you my opinion on my favorite pan highlighter, it would be the Becca. It's just Becca Shimmering Skin Perfecting Mineral Blush. And I have the duo that came out like a long time ago, and you can see I hit pan and I still always grab for this. I'll say 8 times out of 10 I will grab this, but most times I like to use loose highlighters. I have a lot more loose highlighters than I have like pressed highlighters. But my favorite is the Wet n Wild. Can you see that? Like, oh, but the Wet n Wild loose highlighter is, man, it's amazing. Whenever I use it, I literally just go straight in the top. Like, this top is black. See how shiny that is? That's insane. And I literally just dip the tip of my brush in there ever so lightly, and it gives me, I got it everywhere. It gives me the best glow ever. My favorite eyebrow pencils are the NYX Micro Brow Eyebrow Pencil. I have mine in the color black, and also the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz is one of my favorite. These two are my favorite, and I just kind of interchange them. I love them both. They both have the same amount of love in my heart. But today I'm going to use my Anastasia one because this one is in a lighter brown and this one is in black. I like to use black in the summertime because my eyebrows are thick, so it doesn't look bad. But because I'm lighter right now, I like to use the brown. My favorite setting spray. So I have 2 favorite setting sprays. The first one is the Kimchi Stage Proof Matte Setting Spray. I really like this because it's waterproof and it's matte, and it really just sets my face for a really long time. I think this one is transfer proof because this is my other favorite one. This is the glue, the NYX The Face Glue Setting Spray, which is the matching to the primer that I used. And I love this, but I like how my face lasts for a really long time. Come home, my face looks like I'm about to go out right now. But this one is not transfer proof. They say that it is. It wasn't for me. And I spray a lot of setting spray. So if I'm spraying Hellas, you think it would be transfer proof. It was not. It got on my little white shirt collar. But this one, to me, for me, has been transfer proof. So I really like this one. This one's also waterproof, and I live in Las Vegas. So Las Vegas is pretty dry, so you don't really get sweaty when in the summertime, but you can. So I need to have a waterproof setting spray just because of that. But this one's really good, and it's waterproof, setting spray, all that stuff. My favorite eyeshadow palette of all time is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I just feel like it has all the warm brown colors in there that I need, and it also has the pinky colors, the gold colors. If I want to go girly and pinky, it has the pinkies. If I want to go regular and, like, you know, just a regular everyday colorful look, it has all those neutrals in there too. So this is my favorite palette, and it's super blendable. Very blendable. Today I'm going to use this color here called Reble, and I just took it and put it all around my eye because it's literally just one color, but it's really pretty and it brings my face together. It looks really good. I'm going to take a little of the Primavera color, it's like a gold color, and just put a little bit of that on my lid. I'm going to use the same brush that I used to put on the oranger, like the burnt orangey color, just to blend around the gold. This is like my rush eyeshadow look because since I've gotten older, I feel like I like to use eyeshadow all the time because whenever my under eyes are looking kind of like, you know, not looking too good, putting that lower color down there kind of makes my eyes look better. So I like to do eyeshadow no matter what, even if I'm in a rush. One of my new favorite things are these liquid little glitters, and I got them from Shein. I got them in like a packet of 5, and they were super cheap. I really like them. They are amazing, and they advance any look that I do. And I have them in a few colors like pink, silver, white, different shades of gold. So pretty much any direction I want to go, I can put these on any look, and they really enhance any look that I do. Look at that. And look at what it looks like just on the back of my hand. It's like liquid gold. I get compliments every single time I wear any of these colors from this set of these glitters. Every single time I get compliments, every single time. My favorite mascara of all time is I'm saying of all time. These are really just my current favorites. But no, this is my favorite mascara of all time. Like literally since I discovered mascaras, this has been my favorite mascara for well over 5 years. Like the only one I buy. I don't have any other mascara in my collection besides this one. And when it gets dry, I go and I get another one. Literally, like this is my favorite mascara. I do not have a favorite liner for my waterline. So if you have one, recommend. But I do know that I like black over different colors because black makes my eyes, the brown eyes, pop more, which I prefer. I think blue does too, so I should try a blue one. I don't have a favorite lash either. I pretty much like all lashes. I prefer long lashes. I like really full not very full, like nice, full, fluffy lashes, but I prefer very long lashes. Like I'm talking about when I look up, they're touching my eyebrows. Like I like long, long lashes. But my favorite thing to apply my lashes with is hair glue. I know there's a lot of controversy behind this, and it probably really is not good for my eyes, but I've been doing it for a long time and I have perfect vision. And honestly, weirdly, my vision got better. Not saying because I was using this, but my vision used to be 20/20 and now my vision is 20/15. My doctor says I could be a pilot, so it's not affecting my eyes, I don't think, the way people are saying, but it could long term, I don't know. But this is what I've been using since college. I have never really liked using regular eyelash glue. I've tried it, dibbled and dabbled, and I'm like, this sucks. For my lips, my favorite lip liner right now is the Wet n Wild Kohl eyeliner. I guess it's an eyeliner. Never noticed that. Never noticed that. And it's in the color Cinema Brown. I like it because it's like a cool tone brown, but it's also dark. I like a dark lip. I like that 90s dark lip. So this works for me. It's not super creamy, but I always moisturize my lips. Like the first step in my makeup routine is always chapstick, and then I have it on the entire time. So my lips are already in a creamy state. So something like this blends really well over my previously moisturized lips. My favorite things that are quick and like an everyday thing for me are my NYX butter glosses. I have a bunch of different colors, but the color that I'm gonna use is Cinnamon Roll over top of this because I prefer a darker lip. I'm a fall baby. I like grungy makeup no matter what time of year it is. So this lip and this specific color is just a really nice combo for me. But this is the end of my video. I put my hair up into a turban because this is one of my go-to styles when my hair is not done, and I haven't had a retwist in 5 weeks. So here we are. This is my makeup look of all of my favorite makeup products, my current favorites. I love my makeup. It looks so good. It looks so good.